Hi there, welcome back to the Purple House. Today I want to share a little bit what happened to Pete many years ago when I first learned how to direct energy into my clients' bodies. Peter actually has a congenital hip deformity, and the orthopedic surgeon at work told Pete that he needed a hip replacement very shortly, and Pete was in a lot of pain. And so I did some of my healing work with Peter one time when the kids were still all at home. They were all standing around, and Peter, who had been a very big skeptic, that's what's interesting for you, because Pete has the engineering brain, and at the time when I became an energy worker using energy medicine to clear issues from people's tissues, Pete was very, very skeptical because he needed a strict plan for everything and chase the evidence and all the rest. But then in the meantime, he developed a very sore hip, and he could barely stand on it.
I couldn't abduct my hip at all, my leg
That's
at all.
right.
Yeah.
And then it was discovered that it was a genetic deformity, so his bone is actually deformed. So I gave Peter one session, and during the session, do you want to share with me what happened? Just briefly.
Grada was projecting energy and rotating my leg slowly, holding my knee, and I felt the pain went from my hip up into her hand holding the knee, and then
It disappeared.
It disappeared. Now I got up off the table and I stood up and abducted my hip to 90 degrees nearly, which I hadn't been able to do for months.
Or years even.
It did tell me that, hey, there is something in this.
Yeah, so Pete had very dramatic evidence that 1 minute he was in a lot of pain. He'd been in pain for months, and his brain was telling him all sorts of horror stories about himself. And the next minute was gone. It was so fast, he couldn't believe it. But anyway, that was a very dramatic experience that Peter needed to break through his skepticism.
Another guy come to us who had a frozen shoulder. He could lift his arm up to about 90 degrees. He had 40 minutes on the table with Grada, and afterwards he went like this.
That's right.
Up to about, nearly straight up. And that had been frozen, so he couldn't move it. And it just freed it up, yeah.
That's right. So I'm here to share some of these stories, and I'm bringing Peter, my bestie, because Pete used to be my worst, opponent really. He's my bestie as well, but he's questioned everything, and he didn't believe in energy work when I first started. But today I want to share these stories with you because it changed Peter's life. Over the last 25 years, I've changed the lives of 20,000 clients or more and going. Also my own life, of course.
Plus I have as well now too.
That's right. So I learned how to connect with the life force or the source that orchestrates everything behind the scenes. It orchestrates all your illnesses, also all your successes though, your relationships, pain in your body or not, issues in your tissues. I learned how to read it, decode it, and teach this to other people. And so today I work from these two books that are full of steps to release pain. But first of all, how for you to connect in with the force so that you can learn how to do it yourself. Everyone can do this. Everyone can feel energy. So over the years, you've heard me talk about mindset, intuition, energy medicine, supplements. What else do we do? I teach people how to improve their money flow, how to come back from track moments. I help people get over life-threatening allergies.
Can I just add in there?
Okay.
One little girl was brought to Grada. She nearly needed to be in a plastic bubble. She was that allergic to life. She'd been to Rose Cottage, which is an allergy testing place in Launceston, and had a great list of things. She could hardly eat anything. She couldn't bear being outside. Grada did 30 minutes work with her using energy, and she went back to Rose Cottage and tested again, and 50% of the things had been knocked out of the system. She wasn't allergic to them anymore. So that's how powerful it is. It is
very
truly amazing.
Powerful work. I would say it's the most powerful healing work that's available on the planet right now.
And you can learn it. Grada's put it in step-by-step things so anyone can learn it and use it, and it'll enhance whatever modality you use to improve what you can give clients.
To improve your business. If you have a business, it fits right in with whatever you do. But if you don't have a business and you just want to learn this for yourself and receive lots of healing yourself, please come and join me for I call it the Miracle Method Immersion in March. It's the first week of March. It goes over 7 days, so you'll be here with me for 7 days. You can go home at night or stay on the property. We have 1 bed left.
Maybe 2.
Last time we did it last year, there was one participant and he literally stood 5 minutes straighter.
5 centimeters.
Sorry. At the end of 7 days,
he was a lot taller.
Taller and in charge of his own destiny and his body. So many things were cleared and released, and the purpose of spending 7 days with me is that you get the full transmission of the energy, but also you can learn all the steps in the toolbox so that you can go home and do the same thing for the people in your community. And this is taking medicine, because it's called energy medicine, back into the community, so you can call it community medicine. How it used to be back many decades or maybe centuries ago.
No one can take it from you.
No, that's right, because you carry the wisdom, the knowledge, the know-how, the skills and the energy inside your body. So this is my personal invitation to you. It's going to be in 6 weeks time, so I thought I better let you know. So if you're interested, please organize your live link so you can come and join us. Some other really important points is, Pete, do you want to tell the story of the little boy who was brought to me by his family, and all he ever thought about was how he wanted to kill himself. Do you want to say?
He was talking about suicide. He was 5. He shouldn't have even known what it meant. Yeah. And
he'd also been everywhere already.
Yeah, Grada, the parents were really worried about him because he was just obsessed by it. And she worked on him and went back through ancestry and asked, what happened to so-and-so? Oh, he committed suicide. What happened?
But the little boy didn't know.
No, the little boy didn't know. What happened to the parents were there, and 3 people in his previous generations had committed suicide. Mm-hmm. And he was born with the program.
Yeah, I called it an anti-life program.
Yeah, Grada cleared the program with energy, and he was fine, didn't talk about it again.
Yeah, it's been good ever since. So the same energy, once you know how to tap into it and how to use the steps, like the recipe basically, you can literally clear anything from the ancestors, whether it's or past lives or current life, all the issues in your tissues, you can go and find them and clear them. It's a bit like precision work, like a Swiss Army knife. You can cut out the one issue in your tissues, which means you don't have to cut your whole body open. Or you could compare it to, if you have an apple orchard, you can just find the one apple with a worm in it, and you don't have to spray the whole apple orchard. So that's how precise the work is. It's based on working with clients over the last 25 years, plus I've studied everything under the sun. And then of course I had to recover myself from the truck accident.
Grada was on a phone session to a guy in Perth, Western Australia, from Tasmania. And he told her that he was always very allergic to citrus. Anyway, for some reason, Grada grabbed the lemon essential oil bottle and just
tested him.
Imagine she was testing him, and he went into an anaphylactic reaction. He started on the phone, and Grada thought,
I cleared it.
Yeah, she cleared it with energy, and within a few minutes he was fine, and that allergy left him as well then. Yeah. That's the amazing thing about it.
So we can, everything in the end is held together in your energy field, because ultimately you are 99.99% energy, whether you realize that or not. And you can think of yourself as a field of information, and some of that information is hindering your life, your success, limiting your relationships, blocking your happiness, your health, and your wealth. So
another client, they were struggling on a farm, and 5 years later they're
doing really well.
They're 3 million in the black or more. Yeah.
So that's really good. So farm paid off, and they're doing well. So all this applies to all areas of your life, right? And that is what makes the work so powerful. There's also nothing magical about it, even though it feels magical. Peter had a magical experience that blew his scientist brain right out of the water. And of course, Pete does the same work, so does Caleb. So do I. So if you need a session, you can also book in for a session in the Purple House. But I'm really here to share this idea with you that you can do that as well. And medicine needs to come back into the community, because you only need to look around and you see everyone has pain and trouble, and you could be that person that could help your neighbor or yourself or your grandchild, your family, and of course yourself, starting with yourself. Very important as well. So please check the information in this article that I'm going to post. This is happening in Tasmania, which is also amazing, because mostly Tasmanians have to fly to the mainland or America to have a world-class immersion. But it's offered here at the Purple House on our beautiful property, which is an oasis for your soul anyway. We have like 9 acres of beautiful garden and forest where you can completely reset your nervous system and switch your life up or change your life around.
The early bird
finishes in 10 days. So
at the end of this month.
That's
so
right. I'll post...
Jump in and pay your deposit, and you'll get the early bird discount.
Choose for yourself, right? That's what you need to learn to do, that you're equally as important as everyone else. And so you can change your life around, especially with the right help. Hope you found this interesting and that you're excited, and read the article that I'll post below the video. Thanks for spending time with us. Bye for now.